All right, hello friends. So I got in the launch the hourly life planner starting in July. I was not jiving with like my work planner being totally separate. So this is going to be my big hourly catch-all, work, home, everything. And then I will still have my little everyday carry that goes with me. But this is like where it's at. This reminds me of how I've planned with the hourly with the at a glance. It was my goal when I got the plum paper 8.5 by 11 for the year, and then it ended up just being too big. Even though this one is as thick, it's a 7 by 9, so it's not quite as big, but it feels manageable for right now. But my impatient self.
Hey, Mom.
Hi.
Daddy found me because you want a big baby.
Is not willing to wait till July. I am redating May and June of 24 in the back of the planner to jump in and start now. Currently today when I'm filming this is May 7th, so I do have, I realized I whited out some weekly stuff but not some monthly stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of do that while we talk. That is still Memorial Day. So I have a couple of sticker kits on their way, and I will add those. I was like determined, like no stickers except for maybe birthdays. I really just want this to be pen and paper, but with the redating, I totally could have done it without stickers, but I do have, I found a new shop to try. So I was, anyway, I'm going to redate the monthlies for May and June, and then I just have some days of the weekend numbers on their way to me, so I can just change the date on the weeklies, but I've kind of just written over it in erasable pen for right now so I can get started planning. So I just thought I'd walk you through getting in here and setting this up. It might be a little bit out of order, but that's just kind of how my life is. It's always a little chaotic and out of order. So the first thing I did was I used the stickers. I have never used the stickers in an Erin Condren planner. All the planners that I have gotten from Erin Condren have been things that I bought like off a for sale group or a buy sell trade. So they've honestly always been the Harmony Neutral, and that color scheme is not my style, is how I'm going to say that. So I wasn't going to order anything from this launch because I needed nothing from this launch. But then the Inspire design came out, and you guys, I am big, bold, colorful, like that's my jam. So I was really excited about this. I, however, did not like the Inspire covers, so I went with one of the Edevi florals. Big, bold, pretty. And I love the vellum, that's beautiful. And this, I love this. Weirdly enough, like the cover was like this, and that was too much pink for me. I really like this color scheme a little bit better, so that's why I didn't go with the cover, because it was just too, I don't know if it was too much pink or what it was, but I am totally loving the purple is my favorite. I love September. This light blue is okay. I surprisingly love that, and then I like teals. So big fan of the color schemes here in the Inspire, especially the monthly pages. This is probably my least favorite, but it's not bad, really. I don't mind it. So anyway, what I'm doing is I was saying I'm using the stickers in the back. I'm just really doing like birthdays and anniversaries for like our immediate family that I put in here. So I'm just gonna add the names to these. That's my birthday. That's my mother-in-law's birthday. And again, I'm redating this, so I'm aware that these dates will change. This is my youngest daughter's birthday. She will be 3. I won't be using this July because there's July of 23 and 24 in here. So then I go here to July, this coming July. This is my brother's birthday. He's the 4th of July baby. This is my son's birthday, my oldest. He will be 7. He made me a mom. That's just crazy to me that he'll be 7. This is my husband's birthday. And this is my parents' anniversary. So I don't do a lot of anniversaries. Hang on. I have a very, very large family. So I don't I can't put everybody's things on here, and I have an address book where I keep like specific things. But I do have these Planner Kate Happy Anniversary stickers. But I think I'm gonna put, this is my parents' anniversary. My dad passed away a few years ago, but this would be their, would have been their 44th wedding anniversary. He passed away just a few months before they would have celebrated 40 years. This is my father-in-law's birthday. This is my sister-in-law's birthday. My husband's brother is married, and her birthday's in Halloween. This is mine and my husband's anniversary in November, so I'm gonna stick that on there. I don't need to write whose name it is. I know whose anniversary it is. This is my brother-in-law's, and I ran out of the stickers I wanted to use. Ugh, and that's below there. That doesn't look that great. This is my in-laws anniversary. Just kind of stick that in there. And then, okay, this is my mom. I realized she didn't get, I was doing this in bed last night. I was not feeling that well yesterday, so I just kind of sat down to, I was like, I'm just gonna get out of, went from sitting in my chair to I'm just gonna go lay in bed. But I propped myself up enough to put some stickers in there. And this is my middle daughter's birthday. It's weird starting mid-year and then like, oh, did I get all the way through? This is my dad's birthday. I still celebrate and put that on there as well as my parents' anniversary, even though he is deceased. Actually, I also need to add an anniversary. This is new to me. I gotta catch up with my brain here. My brother-in-law and his wife actually got married in March, fairly recently. So I will have, okay, what color do I want to put theirs in? So I'm going to add their anniversary here. They will have actually a wedding anniversary to go on there. There. So those are the anniversaries. Mine, you know, mine and my husband's, my parents, my in-laws, and my brother-in-law and his wife. And obviously if my brother ever gets married, that's our immediate family, and he would be included as well. Okay, then I think I've put all the birthdays. I have those all in there now. So I'm still working on what I'm going to put in the dashboard. So obviously that, because I'll still need those 2 days next April, but I started here, and the second week of May, like this is May 1st. So this is the week that we just finished. And so what I did, I took these, I have a bunch of like inspirational quote stickers from Simply Smith Stickers, and I put those up over the mini calendars, not because I don't like the mini calendars, I don't have a problem with them, but since I'm redating the planner, it has May of 24 on it, and I do not need to be confused by the wrong year's planner, so, or the wrong calendar. So I covered up the ones in the months that I'm redating. That's how I'm doing that again. I'll get some numbers probably to make that look more professional. If I would have gotten this planner and looked at it, I probably could have just left it like that, and just written it in like over top of it in like my Papermate Flair and been fine. But I ordered, it's got the days of the week and the date dots from Planner Kate, and it's already like, I already ordered it, so it'll just have a little bit of stickers, but that's all that I'm gonna put on for stickers in this whole planner. It's just the redating of May and June. And I'll probably just cover that up with just a little bit of washi since it isn't the right year. The same thing here. Nope. Here. So these are, I think what I'm going to do. So we have, I was doing this again, doing this in bed last night. So, I think I'm going to label that one important dates for the month. So that can be events, that can be birthdays, that can be everything. It will just be kind of there at a glance. And then I think, so it's stuff like this that gets me in trouble. Because I'm like, no, I'm totally not going to have any stickers in this planner. And then like, it just needs something, right? Like I have all of these stickers. So I think I'm just going to put like, just this. Important dates. Because most of them are going to be celebrations of some sort. And then I'll probably write over top of that because I got the spacing right. I know that it looks okay on the page, important dates. And then I'll do some date dots and plan with you what's coming up. I can actually probably, there's probably a super easy way to do this. So I've got a freebie from Simple Southern Mommy. Will that cover the year? Like there has to be a way, because I don't want to put a bunch of stuff on here that's gonna bulk it up. I know that that is something that is, all right, there. Just added a little sticker there. It's a tipped sideways jar. Works perfectly. And if you don't like it, that's okay. You don't have to. It's not your planner. But I did. I'm sort of being facetious, but I do want to, you know, do this as little as possible as far as extra stuff. And then I really kind of need to get into my May monthly because I haven't put anything for the monthly in other than my other than the 2 birthdays. Do I want to try this? I wanted this as like stickerless as possible, but sorry if you hear the screaming in the back. My kid's really into this like really loud growling noise that's just absolutely grates on my gears so hard. Don't know why. Yep. We'll try it. I'll try it in here. We'll just do some of these. So that day's a graduation party. I have like 3 events on this day. I actually don't think I'm gonna put them all in there because I'm not going to all of them. So one of them is, it's on the hourly, but it probably doesn't need to be anywhere else. Graduation, it is like graduation party season. I assume it's that way all over, but so it kind of ebbs and flows, but the past couple years we have had a lot of them, and typically it's family, so it kind of ebbs and flows of when there's a lot in our family, of when, you know, there's a group of kids graduating together that is not even close to straight. And so it does, it ebbs and flows and it changes. But yeah, this has been a year that has been, there's just kind of a lot in our family. And then we also have a couple like friends and acquaintances that have them as well. So it's a busy year for graduations, but most of them, other than one, are all in May. So it's not so bad. They'll be over. It'll be a busy month and then that'll be the end of it. All right, and then I'm just gonna write on here, this is Aiden, graduation. I don't know if I will plan every month like this. As I'm doing it, I'm like, I don't know if I love it. It might be too much. So that's kind of what I like to do on my monthly, is birthdays, big events, right? Like these parties, if there's anniversaries, But that's basically it. And I like to put a sticker on the paydays, which are those 2 days. So I know that kind of at a glance. So I will fix the monthlies and, or the, you know, the numbers and the header and all that stuff will be changed when we get there. So if I come over here to important dates, so, just trying to think. So one important date is okay, so that's a med check. We have Claire's party, Sharon's birthday, Aiden's party, Tanner's party, and no sir, day off. Oh, and the last day of school. Claire's graduation party. I'm still trying to figure out what the best use of this page is. So this is how I'm going to do it in May, and I'm not going to set up any other months until I really know that that is actually how I want it to be. Need one more dot in there. So 25th is the last day of school. The 28th is Tanner's grad party, and the 29th is Memorial Day. And I'm just gonna put off, like, knowing that we don't obviously work. I mean, some people work on Memorial Day, but we do not. That is a holiday. We are fortunate to work in professions where we are able to honor those holidays. Unless there would happen to be, my coil is a little bit bent and it came that way, and I'm a little bummed about it, but I'll get over it. And so then I think what I'm gonna do is just put monthly focus at the top of this box. And there will be room for a few tasks there. So I'm going to, like, a main task was focusing on cleaning out and organizing the bathroom cabinets, and then I can add to that as the month goes on. This, I thought maybe a quote, I thought maybe a book that I read, I don't know yet. I can't decide. And then here, I think what I'm going to do is, let's see. Sometimes I have ideas and, like, they're fine, but I'm like, do I like it? Do I really not like it? How much do I like it? That kind of thing. So I don't always know. I can't find a mild liner that I like. Sorry, kids went running through. So here I'm just putting memories, funny things my kids say. I'm forever making posts of funny things that my kids say. And people are like, write them down somewhere, write them down. So I just thought maybe I'd write some random things down there of things my kids say. I do not know yet what I'm going to do with this notes page. And so on this freebie thing here, I have another one of those jars that I'm going to put right there over the June one. So it just, no one knows that that's June of 24 when I'm using it in 23. Like I said, I'm not going to set up this dashboard yet because I don't know for sure. If I'm going to like the categories and stuff. So I will wait until the month of May is over to see if I like that or if there's something different that I would want to use it for. But okay, so my May month is set up. My May dashboard is set up. So I did get a couple of ideas of things to do on this page. So I have one that I am going to set up currently for this month of May, and we will see how I like it. I'm going to use some of these stickers, and I'm trying to find the ones that correlate a little bit with this peach here of May. That is going to be home. And then I'm going to go to another peachish, like those are kind of yellow. Okay. And then I'll probably go, I'm just home and work. So I'm not any less indecisive than I was at the beginning portion of this video, which is great. Good to see that some things just never change, Paula. All right, so, and then over here, they had, I don't have enough room for things related to eat, or like a spot. I have 3 kids. So that spot, they had something specifically related to a child of theirs. I do not have enough room on this page to do 3. And I think I'm just gonna put like home to do, kids to do. No, I don't like how that one is on there. Like I want it to be cute. Like I'm actually just not that good at like being cute in these things. Like my planning was functional forever, and I love the way that people's spreads work and are, but I also want mine to be functional, and I also want them to be cute. So it's a hard line to walk, if you will. So I have home, kids, and work to-dos. And one thing that I really like is this Moxie Life stencil. And actually it's like super heavy, so I use it for very little. Like I don't carry it with me because it's really heavy on a page because it's metal, obviously. But I really like the square boxes for check marks. So I'm going to come down into this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm doing it with my erasable friction pen. I used to hate erasable pens as a, I don't know, probably trauma from middle school. I think I've talked about this several times, that we had to use them, and like that's fine, but they just wrote just so terribly. Like there was nothing quality about them, you know, so scratchy. And these are actually great, and those aren't a straight line, and that's okay. That's kind of my life, so I'm not super worried about that. Anyway, so I used to hate erasable pens, but since I found friction, I found myself very like non-committal to writing a lot of things in regular pen, because I was very much the person who would absolutely need to just, you know, cross things out. Like there were scribbles all over all of my stuff, and pen marks and whiteout and whatnot. And it's not so much like, oh, that doesn't look good, but when you're crossing things out, you're getting into taking up the room that you need. And so it's interrupting the functional, and then that's when I have a problem with it. And the same thing with whiteout. A lot of people write over whiteout. It's difficult to write over whiteout. I don't enjoy it. And depending on the pen that you're using, I mean, you can write over whiteout. but it's difficult like with Papermate Flares, for instance, and it changes the way that the pen looks on the paper, and just a whole lot of things. So this isn't set up specifically for these lines, but I'm not super particular. So this is what I'm doing and where I'm putting just any to-dos, any reminders for the month. Trying to think if there's anything specific that I actually need to write down at this point, and I don't know that there is, but I'm going to try that home and work and kids to-dos, just general to-dos for the month, things that I might need bigger reminders of. So that's how I'm doing that. And then I also have, I set up back here, once again, bouncing around, I used the Erin Condren stickers, and I put little flags sort of correlating to the colors of the month of all the months. And I'm trying to decide what I want in these boxes. I have watched so many videos trying to get like the most, you know, the best idea. And I just don't know yet what I'm going to do with it. So I'm open to ideas for it. I was thinking, like, I know some people do it with things that would, like, you'd need to, like, quarterly be aware of. Tracking things, you know, in different months that, like when my car insurance is due and when my, you know, property taxes are due, bills that don't come out regularly. But I honestly don't know that I need that in this planner. I have it, you know, in my budget stuff, and this is a totally separate planner, and I don't, you know, feel like that's entirely necessary to double it up in here. I've seen some people do just like kind of a bucket list for each month, and I'm not trying to not credit where I got those from. I just don't remember now. I've watched so many videos, but just like a little bucket list for each month, things that you'd like to get done, whether it's projects or, you know, weekend trips or just like activities over the summer. Maybe we want to get to a water park in July and a, you know, whatever else. So just things like that. So I kind of thought about that because I have my goals in my power sheets and the tending list in my everyday carry. So I don't really need it for goals, and I don't necessarily, you know, I've got, if I'm putting for the first of all, I remember the birthdays. I don't probably even need the birthdays on these calendars because I know when all these people's birthdays are, but it's more of a reminder like on the day. Like, oh, hey, that's my mother. And when I open my planner to the 16th, and I'm like, okay, I need to wish my mother-in-law a happy birthday. Not because I don't know that her birthday is May 16th, because I do, but having that actual reminder on that day when life gets crazy and really I just am operating by my planner. I don't know if anyone can relate to that, but so I don't know that I need those things at the beginning of the year either, because the monthly dashboard, the monthly spread, and in the weekly. So I definitely don't need them in another place. So I'll probably go watch some more videos on YouTube tonight looking up what to do with these pages because, you know, I'm just not quite sure what I want to do with them. And I've also been watching videos on how to set up notes pages and what some people are doing. So that's fun. That's giving me some ideas of things. So maybe when I come back and finish the rest of this video, I'll have some more things to add to it. One of the things I'm trying to decide, so this is, so I've redated May and June of 24 to be now June of 23. So I've got this July of 24, which I won't use because if I start buying my planners, this is very weird to me. By the way, I don't know if you can tell, I've gotten so confused starting, well, first of all, it didn't help that I started mid-book, but like July is at the beginning of the book. And so when I'm in February and I'm like, where is December? But it's back here. I've never started a planner on an academic year cycle. I think a couple times during the video, or maybe just sitting here trying to figure out, I'm like, oh, September. and I'm trying to find something and it's in the other direction, not so much in September, but after the first of the year, I'm looking to the right and it's not there because I need to go back because it's in the academic year portion. So, so that has been a little bit confusing, but if I continue and stay on the academic year cycle, I guess, or even if I don't, I will need to do something else before July of 24 because my May and June of 24 have been redated. So at the end of April, I will need something. I will need to figure out something else, whether I go into a calendar year and start, get a whole 2024 year, or whether I start over again, with an academic year planner and redate it. I will need something different. So I think I'm going to just take these July 24 pages out. And that seems I'm struggling with that a little bit because that's wasting good paper. But also I don't need to be carrying around extra bulk and things that I don't need in this planner. That's not necessary. So I might be taking those out and then just figuring out what I'm going to do with my notes pages. But I will come back with the rest and do some more of my setup with you. But that was kind of what I got started today. I did actually go through and I put some of the Erin Condren stickers from this page, the circles that kind of matched up with that theme, and just put them on the monthly like the day before, like the last grade out day, right before the first of the month for some reason. And I've had planners that did this before, so I don't know why it's confusing to me, but maybe it's because everything is a little bit lighter. Like seeing those numbers grayed out, I'm have a hard time looking for the date that I'm looking for, that these aren't part of the month. So I put the stickers there in July and in August to kind of bookend the month. And then in September at the beginning, just to kind of give me a visual for where I need to look for the month starting. October obviously starts there, but I put that one where it ends. November, December. So I don't know. Again, I'm not going to do any other sticker kits or anything on them, so I thought that just popping a couple of those in there to stick with the color theme, which I love. I love the color of this planner. It could actually have more color for me. Someone else said this, so I love, for the people who love the neutral, if I wanted a neutral, which I have before, the canvas is perfect. It is entirely neutral with just gray, tabs and gray, perfect. But when I go and do pick the Inspire and I see these bright, bold colors, on the vellum, for instance, I want my whole page to I want every page to have this much color on it, or this much color on it, or whatever. Maybe not that much color, but I would love to see a lot more of the color up and through things, because then it doesn't make me feel like I need to decorate things with stickers. But so I enjoyed carrying I didn't do it in May, I guess, or in June, but these finished adding the circles for this is really bothering me why that's so bent. It came to me that way. It doesn't need to be a big deal because it still works fine, but I'm looking at it and it's bothering me while I'm looking at it. So that is the setup that I have done currently. I imagine that I will be setting up further that you'll see right after this. So, okay. All right, so pardon the mess here. Part of my setting up for this is if I use this I've always used my big catch-all that has everything, it's not we go through and do it as the weeks come. It's everything goes on there from jump. So I'm just transferring everything that I currently have in my everyday carry for I already did May, but I'm having some trouble with that video for some reason. It's not wanting to go. It's just whatever. So we'll see if I end up having that part on video. But for June, I'm going to wait and see, because I was going to use these stickers to try to actually get use out of the Erin Condren stickers that are sent with it. So then I was going to use, the color scheme that kind of matches. And I may end up having to change May's, because first of all, I put them in green and I know that that's not the color, but it looked good with that. I thought probably doesn't, but I'm going to be redating May and June's monthly with a sticker kit. And so I don't know what color to use right now. So I just jumped to July because that is when this planner is supposed to start. And I am just putting the things in that I know so far for July. We have a get together. Nope, that's the wrong one. We have a get together with a bunch of my husband's coworkers on the 8th, and then on the 16th we have like a family gathering of extended family. I think I've mentioned my mom is one of 9 siblings, so I have a very large family on that side if they choose, when they choose to get together. So I've got some family that I haven't seen from, they live in South Carolina right now, and they'll hopefully be home for that. So those are some big things in July. I am trying to decide there's a statewide conference that I am fortunate enough to be able to travel to. My work prioritizes training, and it's training for all kind of staff across the state, and it's a really awesome opportunity. It just happens to require travel, which is fun but also stressful because it means typically I leave on a Tuesday midday and I get home Thursday night, and so that is like a long time for me to be away from my kids. And I know there are people that are rolling their eyes super hard, but that's just not how we have like scheduled our lives so far. Like my husband's a very, very capable person and a very capable parent. It's just that I was not, I'm not used to being away from my kids for that long, so that's hard. And then that week there's a like Bible school type thing. It's at our local parish. Kiddos get to go to that all week. So of course this is 2 years now. He's been old enough to go, and that falls on when I'm gone. I'll probably leave that afternoon, but not my entire team is going with us. So like I'm okay with avoiding an extra night away from people, like away from my house, and just getting up like super early Wednesday and going before the conference starts. But I'm also okay with leaving Tuesday night and getting some extra time. It's time with my coworkers at the conference, learning. It's, social networking and stuff in the evenings. They have some different social networking options, and then it's like a hotel room to myself. So it's just like a little momcation kind of thing where I just get to be by myself. But it always stresses me out to be away more than anything else. So I don't know if it actually helps. And then our paydays. I mark all of our paydays on the monthly. So that is what I have so far for July. I'm going to move on to August here. Again, I don't have very many things because the further out we go, the less I have. This is there's a Women in Ag conference that our state has that I've always wanted to go to and talked myself out of traveling for. First day of school, my poor son, his birthday is always the first day of school. If his birthday is not on a weekend, Iowa state law, this is the first day they can start, so they do if it's a weekday. So poor kid will always have his birthday on the first day of school, likely. So right now he loves school, so it's not a big deal, but at some point that might be a bummer for him, but so far it is not. I will add in my August paydays, and then that is all I have right now for the month of August. All right, so on this page, before this year and trying new things, I've never used this page for anything other than looking at a glance. So I'm using my Zig Clean whatever dot markers to do no school days, my work holidays, and days that I take off for leave. It looks like what I have yellow in there as. I put all my holidays in that I knew of. I don't know the specific dates for Labor Day or Thanksgiving off the top of my head for 2024. But anyway, that's what I did on that page. And so on this page, I saw something that I wanted to try. So I have the stickers from the sticker book that came with the planner, and I'm doing just like a little bit of a bucket list, to-do list, project things for each month. So August, I want to have a friend birthday party for my son. We've always just done family, but I want to do a friend one for him this year. In May, I want to take my kids to the cemetery to visit my dad. We usually do that in March for my dad's birthday, and we just didn't. In June, I want to go to a water park. In July, I'd like to take a weekend trip. I put Friend Friday on there. I don't work Friday, so I would really like to be more focused on like doing a play date with my friends and my kids' friends on some of those days. So that's what I'm going to do with this page. So I filmed something and then I decided I wasn't going to use it. I just didn't like the way that it turned out. But I did go through, and at least through December, I used the sticker sheet that came with this book to just put my big stuff in the month overview. Like these are like holidays, days off, paydays, some things for work, like conferences for work, first day of school for the fall, some different gatherings over the summer. So I did just go through the end of December to put that in, those things in. And then this last thing is what I was waiting for. I haven't opened this. This is from LML Stickers, found on Etsy. I always like to try new stickers and new things. And this is what I'm going to be using to read it. So it's Hannah that owns LML Stickers, if you are interested in that. That paper shows my address, so I'm going to just put that to the side. We'll see how these fit. After kind of I went out and bought them, I was like, oh, I probably could have just, I just kind of scribbled it so I could set it up. I just used my friction pen and just wrote over the number that was in here with the number that it should be so I could correspond and get my events in here. And then with my weekly, I've literally been I just wrote it. Like I just wrote it with my erasable pen with the intention of erasing later. I do have days of the week and date dots on their way from Planner Kate that I was just going to put on there. But I'm like, honestly, I could have just left it like this. But I had already ordered it, so I'll put them in there. And it'll just be for those months because I really don't want stickers in here. I'm really enjoying it not having stickers. But anyway, this is the May kit. It's a beautiful floral. I never know how well that stuff comes through on the camera. But whoops. Let's turn it upside down. I might have better luck making sure, and then trying to get this on camera is always like something else. It'd be a lot easier if I weren't trying to also get it on camera while doing it, but that fits very well, and the stickers are removable. As you can see, I put it down and then had to take it back up and try again. I never understood. I'm like, I can totally do it from the bottom. Why do you have to flip it upside down? And here we are, flipping it upside down. So this kit, thought I would try it. So you can see like it goes into the coil, the full bleed of the inspired design, which does not bother me. But those go down really nicely. It's got the Sunday start date headers. And then it has a header for the notes section as well, which is cool. And I like just putting the thin washi down at the bottom. I think I'm just gonna go through just on the calendar portion and not take it all the way over. And then, well, I might end up having to use some whiteout or something there because I had written party down at the bottom of there, but I'll just write it over next to that. You can't even see what I'm talking about. So that's the little washi on the bottom. And then here's the June kit. I know I have the numbers yet, but here's the June kit. I want to get the headers down. This I thought was super cute. Little bow ties. Father's Day themey. Thought that was fun. And like of all the Erin Condren colors, the peach is probably my least favorite, but I have said that like the May doesn't mean I like that. But I was I was okay with covering the peach because it's not my favorite, but I love the June color. So I probably should have just left it how it was and not covered it, but that's like I said, it's not a big deal either, and I'm not super particular about it, especially since it's only going to be for these 2 months. The whole rest of it I will plan to leave open, but now there's no 24 date on either of these, and I will put the date dots on. Oops, no, hang on. First, I am going to do the bottom washi, the thin washi, which I like to put on the bottom. And all right, so now I will do the date dots and come back. I just love the way a sticker kit looks in a planner. Absolutely love it. All right, May date dots. All right, and May date dots done. All right, and the last step of what I am doing here is putting on days of the week and date dots. This is a sheet from Planner Kate to go through and date the redated portion, so the months of May and June of 23. I ordered those right away once I had gotten the planner and knew that I was planning to redate them. Once I had ordered it, I had kind of decided that I probably could have been okay with just, using my erasable pen and writing the correct date to avoid some sticker bump, but I already had them on the way. They're here, they're in, they look good. That's all great. So this is my Erin Condren move-in planner. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me set this up. I know it's long. I know it can be a little bit scattered, but thank you so much for sticking with me in this, and have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.